Live from Edinburgh.
Brah. I think we're delirious.
Like we're in the castle.
Well, there's no echo in the castle.
Sure there is.
Have you been in the castle?
Somewhere in the castle.
He
there's
is
an
not.
echo.
He's making this up as we go. Oh, what day is today?
I don't know.
16
It's
show?
Thursday,
Well, today's
16.
Friday. No.
No, Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Whew.
This is show 16. Well, we did show 16. Now we're here in our place.
Yeah, we're back.
And I woke up this morning and I was like, what? My phone was like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And I'm like, what is this?
Bloop, bloop.
What's the bloops?
Did you drop it in the toilet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Maybe that's what it was.
And I was like, Pick of the Fringe from Musical Theater Review. That's so cool. So cool because, like it said, it's been around for 70 years, this award. And there's 3,800 shows. I mean, I don't know how many of them, of course, are musical theater. Like, I don't know how many out of the pool it was. But still, this is the largest arts festival in the world. So to be awarded that award is a massive win. And just what she said about it really touched me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no set, no amplification, just her raw storytelling. Just the way she said it was beautiful. I had to look up what mesmeric meant.
Like mesmerizing?
Yeah, it meant like can't take their eyes off. Like forget where you are and can't take their eyes off of you kind of thing. And, you know, I can't control. Oh, we'll talk about all the distractions that happened today. I can't control any of that. But one of the reasons why we picked the space that we picked was because I wanted to have that intimacy with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have that big divide where there's a huge gap between you and your audience, or they're, up really high, up in seats. I wanted to feel like I was performing in a living room for you, and you were, and like making you feel like you're the only person that I'm giving this performance to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think and when you self-produce, which is what we did, we didn't hire a producer. So we made all the decisions, like we self-produce. And then when all these distractions and things were happening, I was like kicking myself. Like, I'm like, maybe we made the wrong decision, and maybe we didn't ask enough questions, and maybe we just made poor choices. And, and then I'm like, no, I have to remember why we chose there. And that was why we chose there, was for the intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what she loved about the performance, was that it wasn't gimmicky. It wasn't flashy. I didn't rely on props. I didn't rely on a set. I didn't rely on any external thing. I let the simplicity of the story do the work and have you create the scenes in your mind while I'm performing and being the character. So that was really cool. And then I love how she said the subtle, delicate changes into the characters were mesmerizing, because that was something huge that Jean-Louis and I worked on together. Oh, hi, Susan. I've been telling so many people about you. Everybody asks me, who's this healer you worked with? I've been telling everybody about you. Yeah, it's so true. If that doesn't say stay on your path and trust your decisions, I don't know what does. Yeah, I was really beating myself up. Like, oh, here I am with like egg on my face, because I was like, oh, I didn't want to pay a producer, and then here we self-produced it and we made all these mistakes, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's not the case at all. It was, my gut said keep it intimate. And even like today we had 6 people. So it was a really small 6-7 people. It was a really small crowd, but I can look at each person and I can connect with them at different points in the play.
Bring them in.
You
bring them in with you.
I like that, babe. Yeah, and if I had 100+ seat theater, 6 people, they'd be lost in it. They'd be lost. When I get 20 people in there, it feels full.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. And one thing that Larry Moss taught me when I read his book is that he was saying you have to play to the space. Like, not only do you play to the characters, but how big or how intimate you keep your performance is based on the space. And as a performer, I've learned how to play with the levels of big and intimate, and just the different flows that come in the show. So that's a huge win. It's a tough gig out here. So to walk away with the 4 stars, the hidden gem, and the pick of the fringe, oh, after all the distractions, that is good. Today, why do I keep getting the choirs?
So I said,
what is?
I know they go in during your show and then they get out before your show.
They were so loud that you could hear their performance in my theater during my show. The garbage truck was back again.
Yeah, I just didn't back up this time.
But the garbage truck was back. And then my tech person left again for like
20 seconds.
No, it was longer than that.
30 seconds.
I think what she was doing is she was telling them to shut the doors. Or I don't know what she was doing, but it was so... I think she was trying to tell them about the noise.
Yeah.
Because the other theater singing, it was a choir. I was half tempted, but it wasn't appropriate because it was coming in. Yay, thank you, Pam. It was coming in at the really intimate part where I'm like going through like deciding basically like how I'm going to end my life. It's like the lowest part of the play, which is why the payoff in the end is so positive and wonderful. They were like jamming out.
I don't know what it was.
Singing.
It was something.
And I was like, my friend Kayla came, who's a fellow performer. She was a great audience member. And she was like, I know. She was like, it was almost like you could say like, wow, it sounds like the angels in the heaven are singing and telling me don't do it. But I'm like, it's so noticeable. And there were even like 2 ladies in the front row. And I could see them. They were like,
what is that? Yeah, really?
Like they were like commenting like, what the hell? Why can we hear all this like noise? It's taking away from the performance. So, the win is that if the distractions were kept down to a minimum, it'd be like a super win. But there's just so many distractions that come in. It's just like a blessing that I'm even able to
2 more shows
perform. I can't wait to be done. Like I am. I was saying to Eric yesterday, maybe Susan, you have some advice for me. But I was like, my nervous system is just shot. Like it's shot. Like I'm going to be like flat out honest. Like every day walking in there, not knowing who my tech's going to be.
We know the next 2 days.
Well, now we know. Abby has me for tomorrow, and then Wayne has me on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's one less like thing. But like 3.5 weeks of like, I don't know who my tech is. I don't know what the audience is going to do. I don't know what the outside noise is going to be. I don't know if there's going to be a rock grinder or a garbage truck or
tech's going to leave.
Or the choirs are going to be singing, or there's going to go. Actually, the last week we had drums. There was like a circus going on upstairs. And you could hear like a constant tribal drumming. And I'm not talking about like low level here. Like you can full on like they're in the theater with you.
Yeah, like imagine there was like
imagine watching 2 movies at once.
Yeah, or like a bagpipe player upstairs. Like that's impossible. You can't tell them.
Oh my god.
Can you turn it down a little bit?
So
no, it's live.
So to win an award in the complete shitstorm of chaos,
that's
just speaks to she got it. She got what art is about.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So that was great. I saw my friend. My friend came. I'm gonna go see her show. We were gonna go this morning to a bunch of shows, but Oliver woke up and was not feeling good. Luckily, he's better now, but he had a rough morning. So I was like explaining to everybody, there's a bit of a like, I don't want to say attitude out here, but it's like performer code of like, if I go to your show, then you have to go to my show. And like every day people are like, are you coming? Are you coming? Are you staying? Are you coming? Are you staying? And I just like boundary. I just made this post to like our whole group thread. And I said, I have not been able, I didn't apologize. I said, I have not been able, because that's a big thing for me. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't apologize. I said, I haven't been able to physically be there as much as I want to be at your shows. I said, unfortunately, I got sick. And as some of you may have seen, I had to cancel shows on the week that I was planning to come. I said, and then this morning I had a few shows slotted in, and my son actually threw up this morning, and we didn't even know like what was going on. He's fine now, but I was like, I had to obviously, he slept, he like fell asleep on the couch for another like 3-4 hours, and then he was fine. And I was like, I'm with you in spirit. I'm like, I'm thinking about you. I'm sending you love. I'm seeing you from afar. Like I'm with you when you're waiting in the wings. We are here and we are doing the impossible with grace and excellence and joy. And I just want to say, I think everybody in this group is so amazing. And that's it. And that's it. If I get there I plan to get to some shows tomorrow. If we get there, great. If not, it's like there's ways that you can still give people support, even if it's not physical. And I said, it's been a real challenge for me. I said, managing our business, the show, and motherhood out here. Because, even though you're looking after everything, because you're amazing, like, God, I would never be able to do this without you. Like Oliver still, when he's sick, he wants to snuggle with me.
Yeah.
When he gets on the bus, he wants to
it's
put his
just
head
hard.
on
Yeah,
my
it's
shoulder.
just hard when you don't know what you're going to wake up to.
Boys want their mama.
Yeah.
So, it's not easy to do, but a great way to recover is to let go of whatever you control. Yeah, you're crushing what you do have control over.
Even that, like back to your point of like how you can like lift each other up. Like even that, the woman who was at the show today, like you shouted out to her.
I did.
And I saw her face and she was just like, what you're talking about me and your show? Like,
yeah, my bucket speech, right? Where I thank people for coming.
Like, that's generous.
I said, Erica is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. You are the amazing one. Yeah, I did. I was like, Caleb Boyle's here. Her show's Call Me Elizabeth. I'm like, so if you're an Elizabeth Taylor fan, I'm like, her show's over at Surgeons Hall. Like, go see it. So, there's ways that you can support people even when it's not physical. And I was saying, if they're going to get pissed off at me and they're not going to like be friends with me, then they're not friends anyway. Because a real friend would be like, I get it. You're navigating like, Fringe is a very single person thing. Like people come and they perform and they go to see other shows and they go out late and they go for coffee and then they meet up and then they go to another show and they go to dinner and then they meet up and they like, it's a very single thing. So it's a huge challenge to be out here, as a family. And,
or even couples, like even the one from today.
Yeah.
Where she was like, I'm at your show. My husband
went to another show.
Whatever, fiance, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
He was at another show. She's like, he's doing his thing and I'm doing my shows. So
like it's kind of a single thing. So you do the best that you can with what you got. So but
which
we are doing. And tomorrow we have a TEDx rehearsal. I'm like, oh my God, I am doing that in September. When I was sick, I missed the TEDx rehearsal. It was a virtual rehearsal. And I guess they're doing another virtual rehearsal tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a very busy day of like going to see shows, hopefully is the plan, doing my show, and then having a virtual TEDx rehearsal at like 6:30 at night, my time here. And I'm not really 100% fully recovered, but for the most part, my voice cracked one time today and smaller.
No,
you probably didn't even notice. I noticed.
Then you got a cough in, which was great.
Yeah, I do it when I take the pretend. Whenever I have to cough, I take the pretend
today
shot.
when you do the shot.
That's when I hold my cough the best I can. It's hard being a performer and not being 100%. So, so to deal with all these setbacks and challenges and walk away with an award, that's amazing. Oh my God, it's so good. That was. I work this thing every day. I already have. Oh, I told him I would say. I told him. Oh, yay!
Oh yeah, because where's Pamela? You in San Diego?
No. Pam's in LA.
Yeah, because where did we meet up with her at the zoo?
Oh yeah, that's right. But Huntington Beach isn't like too far, from there. So so that's kind of like everybody else is going to be like going home and resting. Well, a little bit of rest, but we have TEDx I have to memorize. I'm not memorized yet. I couldn't deal with like the show and memorizing TEDx. Writing it, yes, it's finalized. But when I get back, I have to memorize in September. And then TEDx is the next like big thing. We have to get some clients. So if y'all are looking for like website course membership, we're poor. We're not poor. We can't keep saying that, but this was a massive expense out here. So we'll have to focus on the
massive investment.
You're right, massive investment. So I got to focus on the business and I got to focus on TEDx. And then I get to go out and celebrate with the best with our mastermind group in Texas. I'm going to Texas in October, which I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll be in Texas.
That's okay. We're gonna get in and out.
It'll be all right.
Probably just stay.
And then this necklace, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's very cute. It's an angel. It said mum. M-U-M, mum. And we went in. I love Christmas. Yeah, the best is in Texas. I don't know. I don't pick the places. I just go where I'm told.
It's probably some big steaks.
I don't know. I do have cowboy boots I can wear though. But that's exactly it.
Yeah,
I am bringing.
boots.
Yes, the ones from Nashville that I got too.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm totally bringing. I have 2 pair of boots from there. Yes, Erica. Oh, Erica, I miss you. I'm glad you're on here. So yeah, this necklace. I love Christmas, like so much. And we were walking on the Royal Mile, and there's a Christmas store that I never saw before. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going in. And then it had all these like angel necklaces that said like your name and your birth month. And then it had like mom, like sister,
brother,
whatever it was.
Whatever. There's a bunch of them.
And sweet little Oliver comes over and he's like, Mom, I want to buy this for you out of my money. And I was like, oh, and it was like £6 or something. So it was like $10 or something, right? Yeah. And I was like, no, buddy, again. I'm like, don't spend your money. Like keep your money for you. And he's like, it just makes me laugh because he's totally my child, right? Because he's like, no, you're not going to talk me out of it, Mom. I'm buying it. Dad. And I'm like, and I just know, like, he knows what he wants when he wants it. Like, you're not going, he makes his mind up about, I mean, obviously if it was like super expensive, I would be like, no, you're not like buying me something crazy. But I was like, all right, £6. That's all right. And he's like, I want to buy this for you because you're just the best mom in the whole entire world. And he's just such a sweetheart. So it's actually quite pretty. Like, if you can see, it's quite shiny and, it's
a couple of little, whatever you call that, cubic zirconias in it.
Yeah, so it's just a cute little like memento from here. He's just such a sweetheart. He's gonna make a good husband one day. Gee, I wonder where he learns that from.
And that's what Lisa says after. She's like, you got to show Dad some pointers.
I was just teasing you.
What?
I was like, you're winning in the gift game, and then you're like, I make you food every day. I'm like, oh, that's true. That's true. You do give me the gift of food when we're out here.
It's true.
I haven't cooked anything the entire time we've been here.
You just tell me what you want. It's there.
It's true. He's like a major
magically shows up.
The best. Well, that's why we were joking, because I got sick and I'm still kind of getting over it. Oliver was like horribly sick this morning, and I'm like, don't you dare get sick. If you get sick, we're screwed. The whole ship's going down. You're the captain, and if you get sick, the ship goes down. So we got to keep you well.
Good.
Now, we were going to go to the Hollywood Palace, but it closed early or something.
Well, the last entry's at 4:30, and your show ends at 4. So like we would have to like run to get there.
Yeah. This is why you mentioned the Texas steaks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. You'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with some good old pulled pork and Texas barbecue. I'm good with that.
I'll figure it out.
I'm sure they make vegan barbecue.
I'll figure it out. I'm a flexitarian.
More vegetarian.
So I ate a chicken sandwich today and it was good.
I'm trying to remember when we were out in Texas. Did we really do? We didn't really do much.
No, we went to the Nassau station and we did the rodeo.
We were in and out. Same thing with that. I think we were only there for like 3 days. Mm-hmm. We didn't go long.
It was a quick speaking gig. But yeah, so that's like, it's really nice to go out on a high. I got 2 more shows, Friday, Saturday. And it's really nice to get an award from an accredited place.
Theater critic.
Yes. Bummer that none of the big players at all cared about my show and wanted to come see. But what are you going to do? We did a
whole episode. We did a whole thing about that. We did 2 of them.
It's all good. I think
It's just the type of theater.
The win is
very niche.
The win is the award for sure. I mean, the win is the audience. There's so many wins. The win is doing it. The win is learning so much. The win is being here. The win is having the courage to do this crazy ass thing. Yeah. The win is
every day we have to remind ourselves you are in Scotland.
The win is being in Scotland, which is beautiful, and being in a different culture, and being able to present. I wanted to have cross-cultural conversations. I am being able to present the show every day, being able to do what I love. I love the music, being able to sing. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And we're just going to focus on the good.
It's all good in the Edinburgh hood.
And I think I'll just end by saying it's just really cool to win an Excellence in Musical Theater Award when as of like 2.5 years ago,
Nothing.
I never sang. I had never written a play. I never acted. I worked my ass off. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Every day, every single day. I read Larry Moss's book. I'm reading Jean Louis' book. I worked with Jean Louis every 2 weeks. I mean, and again, he is not cheap. He is worth every single freaking penny. But the investment in Jean Louis to work with him every 2 weeks, sometimes 3 times a month, depending on if we were working through something and figuring it out. I was working probably about 6 hours or so a month, with him, 6-7 hours, rewriting. What are you laughing about?
I'm just laughing because you would get off a call with John Louis and you would be like, oh, John Louis wants to book another call next Monday. He's like, let's book in another call next Monday for another hour.
I don't have money to pay you, but I'll figure it out. I'll take out another credit card. Oh, the line of credit. Oh man, good thing we have good credit. I'll be paying off the credit card till I'm 90, I think. So, but it's all good. My little decrepit hands will still be making payments, but it's totally fine. I thought you were going to
say making pierogies.
Yeah.
I'll be making pierogies.
Decrepit hands will be making payments.
$20 a dozen.
But, these are the wins when they say you breathed life into your characters. I'm like, that's Jean Louis. These delicate, subtle transformations into the characters. That's Jean Louis. That was perfection, were her words. Perfection. I was mesmeric. I'm like, that's my hard work and Jean Louis' influence on that. So,
even like Chris
coming
in,
really nice.
Him giving his professional feedback. Like, again, I think he's someone that would not. he wouldn't sugarcoat it.
No, we knew what you meant, Pam.
Yeah,
Pierogies.
Porgies. What?
Pierogies. That's funny. Well, don't pull it up. She knows.
Porgies and steak. No, I like it.
No, okay, but it's okay. Yeah, it's just, and I already have thoughts of how I want to tweak a few things and change a few things. That's been the really scary thing. It's new to me. I'm still in my infancy of learning all these things.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better. It's like that 1% better every day. I'm getting better every day. And the show now to where it was when I did it, when Pam saw it in Hollywood, and when Erica or people who saw it on virtual, or the first people saw it in Hamilton, or people that saw it at Solo Fest, it's a totally different show. Totally different show.
Well, and it's a testament to just when people truly say it's a work of art and it's never going to be perfect. So anything you do like that, you just have to get it out there, right? Because if you don't, you could hold on to it forever and never do anything with it at all. It's horrible, but that's the human in us that we're like, oh, it's got to be perfect.
No, I knew it was. Every time I've presented the show, it's been to the best of where I could possibly do it on my own. Yeah. Not on my own, but with the team and with the expert insight.
Wow, and it's like you said too. You got to have a date.
Yeah,
you gotta put a date there,
these fringe festivals and things, you'll never put it out into the world.
Yeah, if you don't commit to it.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it's a different. There's 4 more songs. I think I used to have 25 characters. I think I only have 20 now. So some of the characters left, and I gave Luna more of a voice. There's some spoken word for one of the songs, and it's just a different. There's a different resolution at the end, and there's more joy. And I think, again, as we talked about in the last live, the play has changed as I have also changed. So it's been just a really cool evolution of, that really is what the heart of the Fringe is all about, is no one's expecting it to be Broadway worthy.
No.
They know you're putting up new works of art or experiential works of art, or you're working through it and giving the best of what you have. And it's an evolutionary thing. I mean, I know other people write a bunch of shows and kind of, you as an artist are the only one to say, it's complete, I'm done. and you know when it's time to move on to your next show or your next book or your next whatever it is, your speech or whatever it is that you're doing. For me, Britches does not feel done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still tweaking it. I'm actually, well, I'll tell them another time. I'll keep you waiting in limbo about the name of what it's going to be. I have to keep you coming back till the end.
Keep the main thing, the main
thing. But
another human thing that we do.
That's been
I did
scary.
That. Now move on to the next thing.
Yeah, it's been scary, but also exhilarating to be doing this, like not waiting till it's perfect, because it's never perfect, and it's never. I think Pam said, it will never be done exactly.
Yeah,
like
I will never be done.
And then when you get the wins and you get somebody that sees what you're trying to do in the world, which musical theater review did, that makes the hard work and the blood and the sweat and the tears. I mean, even with Jean-Louis, I had one session where I was just we were doing the work around my dad, and we were doing the work around the song that I added for him. And I mean, man, I was just a blubbery mess. And then I had to, get help, and I had to talk through what was sticking me up. That's the right way of saying it. Holding me back, or like what I was getting like hung up on.
Yeah.
And I had to work through, I had to work through this like whole emotional thing. I mean, that's what Kayla said to me. She's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "That's like a personal story of like real life." And she's like, I can't believe you're like, it's so good. Like, she's like, "That's insane. I can't even imagine what it takes to like do that show." And I'm like, yeah, sometimes the emotions that come out are like real, raw sadness or anger or frustration or, which is good. You want that. But you also have to remind your body and your heart and your mind that you're on the other side. All of this traumatic stuff and all of these things aren't happening to you all over again. Like, you're good. You're on the other side, which is why the payoff is so great. But the show requires a lot, and it was just a huge like learning journey and healing journey and working through stuff. And it's just cool when the payoff comes, and and here you are. So I didn't do any flyering. Like, we've kind of honestly like given up on like, it's just like what will be will be. Like,
the marketing's done. It's the show's marketed. Yeah,
like I'm not gonna try to like, hassle people into coming. We got 10 so far tomorrow, and I think we have 5 on Saturday, and I'm happy with that. Like, that's 2 shows left. Yep, Friday, Saturday.
Yep,
that's it. And then we're here until Thursday. So we're gonna go do some like day trips and have vacation and really try to
Glasgow.
Yeah, Jean-Louis' friend Chris invited us to come and stay for the night.
He said he'll show us. He'll show us real Scotland.
Whatever that means.
He said, not this city crap.
So that's good.
Well, that's kind of what he said. He's like, yeah, a few days in Edinburgh, and you're like, okay, I kind of saw that.
Yeah. Do you think? I don't think it went by fast.
Oh yeah, I think it.
I guess it did.
For like, we're over 3 weeks. Like, that's
true.
That's fast.
True. In one breath, I was thinking, I don't know how the hell Broadway people do this. Like, I don't know how, in God's name, they do like 8 shows. But then I thought to myself, they're not one man and one woman shows.
Correct.
Like, they're not doing.
If you look at the time, like even the leads, like the top 3 leads are probably only on for half an hour.
They get their breaks. Like, they don't have to say all the lines and sing all the songs, and so that's
like you followed the guy from Hamilton. He was like always telling the jokes. And Lisa's like, "Do you hear what's in the background?" She's like, "That song's in the background.
Wait for it.
It's in the background.
Wait for it."
And he's the lead's like going in the back telling jokes,
cracking jokes, and you can
put it on Instagram.
So I think that. So I will. Lastly, I think if I do a festival like this again, I am in the home stretch. I did realize that I do need. Like, if I'm going to do this many consecutive days, I need more times off. I need more days off. Like, just because of the nature of the show and how emotional it is, and just like my voice and the singing and just like the pure exhaustion.
Yeah,
like I've done great, but there's just no point in running yourself. Like, an extra day in the grand scheme of things is not at all going to, having I would do like probably kind of like Broadway almost. Like, I would do Well, Sunday they have matinees, but I would do like a Sunday, Monday off. Like I'd probably do.
I
Like
actually
Monday through
saw
Saturday.
quite a few shows here. If you look,
They
like,
took a Monday.
no,
Oh.
they did every other day.
Oh.
So it was literally
No.
like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday,
Oh, really?
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I was like,
Oh, that's weird.
It was literally every other day. So either they had another show, and they did
Maybe
the other days the other show.
depending on who it was. Yeah.
But I saw a few of those, and I was like, that's smart. Like,
Yeah.
think if you did it every other day.
Or I'd do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
just get a
Thursday
little
off.
break. Anyway.
Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday off or something. Yeah, or whatever it is. But yeah.
Or you do it 2 weeks instead of 3.
Yeah, I mean, some people
Lots of
didn't
ways to
take
do it.
any. Lisa Verlo and Joyful, they only took 1 day. Well, I don't think Lisa took any days off.
Not even Sundays?
No.
Wow.
And I think Joyful took 1 day off. So there's people out here doing solo shows. Granted, they're not
Or you got to do
musicals.
or if you like
but,
tour it,
well,
like
Lisa
a,
has music in hers. But
yeah, or if you tour it.
yeah, mine's like a concert and a musical in one, a concert and show in one. So it requires a lot. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, I think I'm rambling now.
It's all good. We'll see you
Oh
tomorrow.
my gosh. So we have an early night tonight, which is we're finally home. We already had a bite to eat.
It's not that early.
I mean,
It's
what
quarter
is it?
to
It's
8.
7:45.
Yeah.
That's early for
We've got a
us.
lovely little garden right here
Yeah,
beside
so we're going
us.
to go celebrate the win. And, well, I'm not going to be drinking anything because I'm going to be up early
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you'll be drinking a nice water.
But I'll be having nice water, hydrating myself.
Have an iron brew.
And
Come on, live a little.
Good, yeah, maybe. No, soda dehydrates you. You
Oh
know
yeah, that would keep you up till like 2 a.m.
No. Drink your water, people.
Anyway.
Rest in between. Yeah, I was gonna say every other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yeah, there are lots to celebrate, lots to be proud of, and
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following the journey. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.